Hello and welcome to The Charge, Zapmap's regular update into all things EV charging, stats and insights. It's been pretty busy in the last couple of months for EV. Labour government bedding in, the budget last week, and of course great news on the sales of EVs. We'll be talking a bit about that later and after we've revealed the best EV charging networks. But first, a little bit about the stats. Jade, how are they going?
So in October, we celebrated the milestone of over 70,000 devices being on the public network. We're now at nearly 71,500, and that's over 36,000 locations.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think when we're looking at the numbers, you can see that actually already after 10 months, the charging installations have exceeded the number that were installed last year.
Yeah, and another exciting milestone that we also hit was that this month, Scotland went over 6,000 devices installed, and that's actually 2 years early on a target that the Scottish Government set back in June 2023. So yeah. Really good progress there.
Yeah, and it's good. And I think what I like about the Scottish charging network is that the Scottish Government invested probably 10 years ago in Charge Place Scotland, created a really robust network. And then that's been built upon. They've started getting private investment. And in fact, now they've got another over £6 million invested by the Scottish Government to add another 3,500 charge points. So, well done, Scotland. I think, good move. But yeah, so, one part of getting, as well as the right charger in the right place, the other thing that we know that is really important to EV drivers is reliability. So that's really one part of helping EV drivers is our best EV charging network rankings, which we do every year. And we've done our EV survey and we're now ready to reveal.
This year, we've split it into two different groupings. Because the market has changed, we've taken on that feedback and we've looked actually how can we split this down. So we've now got a large rapid and ultra rapid grouping, which has got networks that have got over 300 devices, and they go into that group. And then we've got a medium-sized network rankings, which takes 100 to 300 devices within that grouping. So we'll talk about first the medium-sized grouping. So how did people do on that one, Mel?
Yeah, well, a nice set of charge point networks in second place, and a Zapmap recommended network is Ionity. They are a great pan-European network. In the UK, they've got 270 devices across about 35 locations or so. EV drivers love the idea of these hubs. You always go to them. There's always multiple chargers. So I think, a great, reliable resource, even if there's not many of them. When people find them, they love them.
And then we've gone through to, in first place, so the best network for medium-sized, rapid, ultra-rapid charging is Fastned. They won the overall rankings last year. They are a much smaller network than some of the ones that are in that large network grouping. So they've got 26 locations with 152 devices across the UK. They scored really well for reliability and for the payment options. So people love the way that they can pay easily when they go to the Fastned sites.
Yeah, great. It's a lovely compact network that really delivers.
Yeah.
And then so in our sort of blue ribbon event, the large rapid and ultra rapid network, who's the first up there?
So in the large network category, in fourth place, we've got a new entrant.
Ooh, good.
Yeah, which is BEV. They are focused on rolling out their big green hubs, as they call them. So they've got 579 devices across the UK at the moment, and that's across 179 locations.
But they're not all hubs yet.
They're not all hubs yet, but that's kind of their focus at the moment. It's on rolling out these big green hubs. Very distinctive. They use Kempower chargers within those, and they were really praised by EV drivers for their customer service and also the value for money.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Yeah, and then in third place, one of our real consistent performers, Osprey Charging. They've been in either the top or top three for the last 5 years or so. So a real EV driver favourite. They have loads of different locations across the country. So they're in pubs, in retail parks, in farm shops, as well as sort of dedicated charging hubs. They've had a real focus on Wales, so over 100 chargers locations in Wales, which is great because previously that has been a bit of a desert. So overall, Osprey done a great job, and well done to Osprey.
Yeah, well done, Osprey. So we're getting down into second place now, so starting to get a little bit tense. So yeah, in second place, we've got another network who've done really well historically in these rankings, so MFG EV Power. They are the really distinctive blue and green livery that are placed at fuel forecourts around the country. They've been continuing with a really rapid pace of rollout, and they've actually got a tie with Morrison's. So what we're really looking forward to is starting to see that come to fruition over the next year.
And I think what I like about that as well is that because they're just in the fuel forecourts, loads of people who don't yet have EVs go to the fuel fort and they see these lovely green and blue hubs. Brilliant. So who's come top? Drum roll, please. Yes. So the winner of the best EV charging network, large, rapid and ultra rapid networks this year is actually a new entrant, but not a new entrant to the EV world, and in fact very familiar to a very familiar brand to everyone. So the winner is Tesla. So up until now, we haven't had Tesla as our winner because they've been such a sort of private closed network, but actually they have opened up their charging network and now over 300 chargers open to the public.
Yep, so they qualify along with any of the other large networks because there are over 300 chargers open to the public. There's actually 863 devices that Tesla have got open to the public across 80 locations. So yeah, we've included them this year on that basis. And actually one of the other things we've done is we've only included the views of non-Tesla drivers from using Tesla locations.
We all know about the locations with those banks of chargers, which people love. They're pretty reliable, they're in great locations, and actually really importantly this year in particular is the cost is great. I mean, they are significantly cheaper than the average for the rapid and ultra rapid chargers.
Yeah, they scored brilliantly on value for money. And on their reliability and ease of use. So,
yeah, brilliant. Yeah. So well done, Tesla, winner of the best EV charging network for the large category.
And in line with last year's survey, we've also awarded the up and coming badge. And this year that has gone to Sainsbury's Smart Charge.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they've made a really good start to roll out across all the Sainsbury's stores, and they've got 62 of those stores have got their 150 kilowatt hubs in place already.
Yeah, great. And I think they're pretty ambitious for the future, I've heard.
Yeah, most definitely. So we're really looking forward to seeing them pop into the main table next year.
As we mentioned before, it has been a busy couple of months in the EV and charging market. But what month isn't busy? Always busy, but specifically with the budget. I mean, I think overall, although maybe not everything we would have wanted, there were a lot of positives for the electric vehicle market. There was a VED, the BIC rates confirmed, there was that extra 200 million funding for charging infrastructure. Not quite sure where that's going, but you know, it's good to have that money there. And I was also really pleased to see the plug-in grant for the vans, because there's no question that the van market does need some specific support.
Yeah, I think the other thing that is really important now for the government is holding firm on the ZEV mandate. Got to hold firm on that. And then also getting that consultation out on the phase-out date of 2030, 2035. So that's really important to get those moved on.
Yeah, I mean, we've had commitment that the 2030 date will be restored. It's just about the hybrid, plug-in hybrid question. We've been going to lots of events.
Yeah, lots of events. It's definitely been event season over the last couple of months. Particular highlights, I'd say everything electric, and being there we were also able to attend the launch of Electric Vehicles UK. So that was a fantastic event, getting everybody from the industry together and really trying to work together to help combat misinformation and get the facts out there into the press and into the public consciousness about the truth about what's happening with electric vehicles and with charging.
Yeah,
so that's
absolutely
really been fantastic.
Yeah. And I think that's what we see our role at Zapmap is, isn't it? Really getting that data out to support the charging infrastructure. And yeah, I mean, a particular highlight for us was the launch of our partnership with Hive, and we're really pleased about that, because that's a way that we can get out to more EV drivers as we move towards the mass market. We can provide affordable charging with a level of credit, and also, you know, simple payments through both digital payments through Zappay, but also using a co-branded RFID card, Hive and Zapmap. So, you know, we're really pleased about that.
Yeah, and my particular highlight on that one, Mel, was seeing you on the bike doing your interview.
I got a bit out of breath. I'd like to congratulate again all our best EV charging networks who we talked about today. And as ever, if you want any more data and insights on EV charging, please do get in touch. insights@zapmap.com.